Hey guys, welcome back to the Bass Tutor. My name is Tyler Fry and I'm the Bass Tutor. So guys, it's been a minute since I've been able to make a video. We've had a lot of stuff going on in the family with the passing of my grandfather, who was a really big influence in my fishing, and some boat trouble and a lot of different things going on. So making videos has been kind of a challenge, but with that being said, we're getting back into the swing of things, and today I wanted to go over and make a video about something that I was asked the other day about on Instagram, and that was, what tackle bag do I use and how do I set it up? So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, make sure to share it with a friend and give me a thumbs up. So we're going to get on into this thing. So, first things first, the bag that I use is a big old Rapala bag. This thing is a beast, and it has been all over the country with me. It's been to Florida, it's been to Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, you name it, it's been everywhere. It's fished kayak tournaments, it's fished in college tournaments, it's fished in local tournaments, anything you can name. And so the reason I like this bag is I'm able to hold a lot of Plano 3700 boxes in it. And so the reason that's good for me is I switch a lot from our boat to buddies' boats to kayaks, a lot of different things. And so I need this bag to be set up that no matter what I do or where I go, I'm able to take this box and I'm able to get my stuff out of it. So I've got it set up so if we take our boat out, I can slide the Planos out, I can throw it in each divider in the boat and be good to go in less than 30 seconds. When we get done fishing, I take all my tackle back out just in case I'm going to need it to go fishing with, say, a buddy the next day. I take this bag, I throw it in his boat, we go fishing. We come back the next day, maybe I go kayak fishing. I throw it all in the big tackle box in the big trunk and close it up, come back, throw it all back in this thing. So this is really just the organizer that keeps everything out of the way. I keep it in my truck and it's always ready to go. So it is kind of big, I will give you that. But the thing I like about it is even if you're fishing in someone else's boat, it's not taking up a crazy amount of space. While it's tall, it's not super wide, it's not super bulky. So with that being said, I'm going to show you how I set this thing up and how I make it easier on me while I go fishing. So first things first, it's got these two buckles on it. That helps keep it from breaking, and then it's got this big double zipper on it. So I really like that. It keeps everything really tight. It keeps all the weight distributed, and you know, you're not going to rip this thing real easy. It seems very sturdy, and you know, this isn't a commercial for this bag, but this is just showing what I use. So first things first, I like to keep all of my crankbaits all together, and you know, I keep some at home, but I like to take a few of my favorites. I take my square bills, rattle traps, my wiggle warts, and my bandits, and I always throw my Mo custom crankbaits in there. And you know, I've got a few little different things in here, and I've got a variety of crankbaits that I've got on hand at all times. And so if I know I'm going to somewhere where there's going to be a square bill bite or there's going to be a wiggle wart bite, I'll throw a few more in and take some crankbaits out. But I've always got a majority of what I need right here in this box so that I'm able to cover any situation. So next, we've got the terminal tackle. So I keep all my sinkers and hooks and all that stuff together. Keep a few little beads in there for Carolina rigs, shaky heads, a lot of wobble heads and things like that. And I keep some lead in there just in case. And I keep a lot of blue tungsten in there, so I'm able to really feel that bite. I'm really able to get that sensitivity out of every situation. But I keep that lead in there just in case I'm fishing something that's going to make me snag up a lot. Like say ledge fishing, I'll throw a lead weight on a Carolina rig because I'm probably going to lose a lot of them. If I'm fishing riprap, I'm probably going to throw lead. Stuff like that where I'm going to get snagged up a lot. So, next we've got the Senko box. It's got a variety of Senkos, some Yum Dingers, some Ochos from Strike King, just a few different things. I keep all those in here. This is just a regular old Plano box. And a lot of the older Plano boxes had trouble with the dividers in them kind of bowing because of the salt and all that in the box. This one so far has been really good. It's been really sturdy, and I've been pretty impressed with how these dividers have all held up with those Senkos in there. So next, we got the old bread and butter. This box right here, it holds my chatterbaits, swim jigs, buzz baits, and spinner baits. It just kind of holds a big plethora of all of them. Like I said, if I need something else, I can go through, I can grab them. I've got my buzz baits easy to grab and ready to go. If I need a swim jig, I can grab my dirty jig swim jig out of there. If I need a swim or a spinner bait, I can just grab one out and be good to go. So this box does a really good job of keeping all that organized. It's just another Plano spinner bait box, and so that comes in handy whenever you do a lot of traveling and switching boats and stuff like I do. You don't want to carry one of those old bulky boxes like that where you drop all the spinner baits down in it. This one keeps everything in place, keeps them all compact, and they're not going to jump around and break stuff on you. So, now this box varies due to the time of year. So this time of year, I've got a lot of different stuff going on. It's the fall of the year, we're transitioning into winter time. So I keep a lot of jerk baits in it. And then I'm also keeping my topwaters in it. So I've got some whopper ploppers. I've got popper style baits. I've got some ribbit toads. And then the famous spooks. So, you know, I've mostly got topwaters and I've got jerk baits in there. And I've even got a big glide bait in there just in case I need it. And so I keep all that in there just in case I need it. And then once winter comes in hardcore, I'm going to take those topwaters out and I'm going to replace them with even more jerk baits. That way, right now I've got a plethora of whatever I need. If I need topwaters or jerk baits, I've got them all in there. And once wintertime comes around, we'll replace them with jerk baits, leave the topwaters at home, unfortunately, until the spring. So, now we're going to move into a staple for the Highland reservoirs like I fish, and that is some swim baits. You know, I've got a lot of swim baits and flukes in this box. I keep all those organized. You know, I keep just about every type of swim bait, mostly Kitex and Bass Pro Shop speed shads. I've got a few cream lures in there. I've got a few little true bass swim baits in there. Just a few different varieties of swim baits. Lots of heads and a lot of fluke style baits in this box. And like I said, I like to keep all my stuff versatile. That way I don't have a ton of different boxes. If I can keep my flukes and my swim baits together, if I can keep my buzz baits and my spinner baits and my swim jigs together, if I can keep my lipless crankbaits and my square bills and mid-depth crankbaits together, that allows me to fit more tackle for the little bit of space I've got. And so if I'm ever a co-angler in a bigger tournament, or if I'm ever fishing out of someone else's boat, or whatever the case is, I've got all my scenarios covered, but I've got it all concise. And so we've got this box right here. This box was an idea I had a few months ago, and it's actually worked out really good. I was able to take a lot of the packages of jig trailers I had, and I was able to move them all into a Plano box. And so I was really excited about this because used to, I would keep stuff like my scale and my spiket markers and like this headlamp. I would keep all this stuff in a plastic bag. And when I would keep it in a plastic bag, all of that stuff would rip up the bag, and then I would just have a lot of trouble. So now I'm able to keep all my jig trailers, and I keep all my spiket and my JJ's Magic. I keep a cigarette lighter in there just in case, and a scale and some band-aids and stuff just in case I need it. And so I've got all this stuff at my disposal if I need it, but it's all out of the way if I don't, and I don't have to have it in a plastic bag taking up space, taking up room, and just a lot of pain with that. So lastly, we've got the jig box. So the jig box, we've got a few sections that need a little loving, because we had a little jig bite going on the other day and we ended up losing a few. But I keep all my jigs and a few different jig trailers in this box too for easy access. I keep some rage craws in here. I keep some twin tail grubs, some zoom chunks in here. Just a few different little things in this box. And I keep my football head jigs and my flipping jigs in there. Again, another key to that is just being versatile. So I need to fill up a few sections of flipping jigs in that, and I'll be good to go. And so lastly, I've got a small box on the side right here, and I keep this one. It's just a real small box, and this has my larger swim baits in it, some large Kitex in it, and some Scottsboro tackle swim baits, just a few different things in it. And then I've got a few deep crankbaits in it in case I need to fish for some bass that are deeper, or maybe they're suspended. And I just keep a few different options, and then I leave the rest of them over here in a box to themselves. I keep all that here just in case I need to fill those boxes up, but also keep a few with me just in case I need them on the water, because you never know what the fish are going to be doing. And so lastly, I like to keep this bag with me right here. This is the only bag I carry. Used to, I carried 3 or 4 different bags. Now I carry one bag. It's got my leader line in it for my spinning rod. I've got a face buff in there, and then I carry all my soft plastics that I'm going to need for a specific trick. So you saw my craws. I put all them in this box, and this jig box. I put all my Senkos in another box. And so this is mostly speed worms, brush hogs, creature baits, a lot of drop shot, Ned rig stuff, just any type of miscellaneous plastics that I might need for a given trip. And you know, this allows me to keep this in the boat or in this bag, and it's out of the way. It's all really kept up together. And so I've got all that in case I need it. So now, as you can tell, I mean, all that stuff fits in this bag. And I could even fit more if I wanted to. I've still got a front pocket, and it's still got this top pocket. And then it's got a pocket back here that I like to put my rod socks in if I'm fishing. And so that keeps them out of the way and keeps them from getting tangled up while I'm fishing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you got something out of it. Maybe you got a little insight on how to organize your tackle. This is how I organize mine, and it's done a really good job for me the past few years, and it's really kept everything out of the way. And you know, every time I go out fishing, I learn a few new things about what I can do to enhance this. And so the only thing that I would recommend, if you ever do get you a box like this or a bag, I would recommend getting some kind of box that you can drill some holes in. Maybe get an old Plano box like this one. I've just got this box laying around. Take it and drill a bunch of holes in it all over both sides of it. And then as you're fishing, you can take your box and you can put your baits that are wet inside that box, and it'll let them air out and they won't be tangling up your bag. You can see in this bag right here, this is where I've laid lures on top of that stuff, and it's all just kind of got hooked up. But now what I do is I keep all those different lures that I've used for the day. I don't ever put them back in my boxes. I always put them in a box that's got holes drilled in it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and let me know down below what you use and how you set your bag up. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to get out there and wet a line. We'll see you guys later.